Okay. Set.
Sesim iyi geliyor mu?
Yep. Loud and clear.
Hı.
Then. Right. Okay. Your time starts now.
Okay. First, I will say sorry because this is fifth book, so I already presented first and fourth book. But if you didn't listen to these two, you can't understand. Maybe I don't know. You can pass it. I'm firstly talk about John Flanagan. It's author of the book, and you can pass it. John Flanagan was born on Sydney, Australia, 22 May 1944. He started working by doing advertising and then freelance writing and script editor. He is known as author of The Ranger's Apprentice. Uh, yeah,
Apprentice.
Apprentice, yeah. You can pass it. I'm gonna talk about characters. We have new 5 characters in this book. Lord Ormond, Sir Kieran, Malcolm, also known as Malcolm, Lord Siron, and Lord Argyll. Lord Ormond became new lord after his father, Lord Siron, died. He closed himself to everyone because he thinks Kieran is the traitor and poisoned Siron. Kieran, the cousin of the Ormond, gets along with everyone. People think he is the one who's supposed to be Lord after Styron, because Lord Ormond is a cold person, but Kieran looks nice to everyone from outside, but inside he's bad. Malcolm uh, was healer of the castle, but once he couldn't cure a little boy, he died, and people start to make rumors about his Malcolm. He couldn't stand and escaped to the forest. Now no one can enter to the forest. He made systems to the forest, like when someone tried to enter or approach the forest, he made strange noises by bugles, so they scared and started to call him Malcolm. Malcolm is the some kind of evil soul that in the past the Messenger Castle suffered a lot because of him. They believe that he is turned to him and now he will kill all of them. Sorry. Lord
No problem.
Siron, Lord of the Messenger Castle, father of Lord Ormond, got cursed a strange illness and died. Lord Argyll, Baron of Seacliff, he thinks he can control Will because he is young. You can pass it.
Okay. Can I ask you something? The
Okay.
person who called Malcolm, it turned into Malcolm after the little died, or
No, he's normal person actually, normal healer, but he was known as the best healer of the city also. But he couldn't cure a little boy. He died, and people started. Actually, he has an enemy healer. He started the rumors. The you know the past people can easily believe that rumors, and he couldn't stand. I think
okay, go ahead.
nothing like that. Uh, maybe it will be strange, but I did very short summary of book. Like the book is around 400 paper. Neyse. Book is starting from 5 years after war on Scandia lands, after Will and Halt lead the war perfectly. Will deserved to promote a real ranger. As you know, Will was apprentice of the Halt past 4 books. Will's land's sea cliff was so boring, but then Will goes to a secret mission. He will solve the nasıl diyeyim? He will determine who is the traitor and who is the innocent. He will find out Malcolm was innocent and Karen is traitor. And he had to make a decision between his mission or his best friend, Alice. That's it for now, I think.
Okay, thank you very much, Kubilay. Thank you for the presentation. It was a nice presentation. I really like the way that you. I realized that each level is go up. Compared with the.
Thank
Okay, so the next one, our dearest Babur Shah Uslu. Which
I'm here.
is the one who upload dog file to tell us. We'll see. Okay. Can you see my screen, Babur Shah?
Yes.
Out there. So, whenever you're ready, I can start now.
Okay, we can start.
Good luck.
Today I will tell you Momo book review, and you can skip this part. One more. This is our book's photo, and you can press. I put everything. We can skip this too. I will start with Michael Andes' biography. Michael Andres, or Ande, was born in 12th of November and died in 1929. He was a German writer and he loved writing children fiction novels. His important books are Momo and Jim Button, or Engine Driver. This three book is important. Wait, most important. Yes, right. Most important books. He know 40 language, and I don't know. I'm not sure is it real or not, but I saw and I decided to write it. But I think it's not real. How can a person know 14 language? Whatever. We can pass this
Okay.
part too.
So just for I have to check something. Go ahead.
We
So
can
Michael,
pass one
Michael,
more.
right?
Yes. Momo's setting is in the south of an ski and amphitheater. I forget to put a photograph, but Momo is a girl and he's living in the amphitheater. Are all thing in going or living in amphitheater. We can pass one more. The book Momo is a fantasy, children fantasy novel. And these men are the time police. Yes, their name is time police. And they are stealing the people's time. I will tell in the next part. We can pass it through. The book. Oh, okay. Our first character is Momo. Momo is a small girl, and he don't. Sorry, what he? Okay, she, she doesn't have a family and live in old amphitheater. She has a lots of friends like the big peoples, but they are giving their time to Momo. And the time police saw this, and they are come to the city and steal Momo's friends. And they said, if you go to Momo, we will give you a, how can I say? Uh, I'm thinking it's I don't know if Turkish, in Turkish. Türkçesini bilmediğim şeyin İngilizcesini nasıl söyleyeyim?
What do you want to say? I didn't
Hocam
get
şimdi şöyle oluyor yani mesela alı koyup ondan sonra işkence, trak cezalandırma gibi bir şey.
Torture.
What kind of Turkish is this?
Bilmiyorum hocam. Bir kitaptaki kelimeyi hatırlamıyorum. Çok değişik bir kelimeydi.
Halka falan
Neyse
olabilir mi?
geçeyim. Ne?
Halkaya yatırmak falan olabilir mi diyeceğim.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass the.
Neyse. I forget the word.
That's okay. Okay, go ahead.
I'm recommend this book because this book helps you see the importance of the time in your life and don't wasting it because you can only it once and when you use your time to someone or somewhere it doesn't come back. You are understanding this and this book little bit changed my life. I can say this, yes. This book has changed my life little. You can pass one more.
You want to talk about the general opinion
No,
or
no,
shall I
no,
pass?
no. You can pass this. At first, I didn't want to read this book because it came to me like a small children book or something. But when I start to read it, I start to like the book. But when I finished the book, I was lighted olur mu? Evet. Wait. Aydınlanmak nasıl kullanılır hocam?
Enlightened.
I was enlightened because when you finish the book, you see everything like the important time or what you have to behave, how you can behave the peoples like this, or where you have to lose your time, waste your time. I really suggest to read this book.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
But before we go to the Nipsu, I have two recommendations for this presentation. One is in the credits. I believe that in credits section you try to mention the author's life, right? Michael,
What?
you talk about the Michael Ender's life, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in this case, you don't use the word called credit. Instead, you use the word called about our author or about writer. This is better option. If you say credit, you need to say I'm really appreciated to blah blah blah to give me this opportunity to talk about this one, for example.
Okay. Okay.
And one more thing at the end. There we. You use the word we. You choose
Yes,
this.
because I read with my friends this book.
Okay. So, okay, that makes sense. All right. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Teacher, can I ask you
Nisu, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
What's the meaning of uyarlama in English? Is it adapting or customizing? Like bir kitabı
Ah,
romanı uyarlamak gibi bir şey.
well, for that case, some people use adaptation of,
Okay.
but there is a better option for this. Just let me check,
Okay.
just in case we don't wanna. Yeah. You can say adapt. It's the first one, and if you talk about some, let's say, videos or something, you can say customize as well.
All right.
So both option is okay. All right. Now let's go to where's it? Nisu? Okay. All right, Nisu. Let's see what you got.
Okay.
We go.
Okay. Hi. I'm gonna talk about Lock and Key, a TV show today. You can pass this section.
Mhm. Yeah.
But the TV show is customized in a comic book or a graphic novel, I'm not sure. But both of them I think is the same. So I'm gonna start with the characters. Tyler Locke is the brother, like you can see him in the picture. Kinsey is a sister. Bold Locke is the younger brother. Nina Locke is the mother. Dodge or Luke or Well Lady are the same persons. Randall Locke is the father, but he's dead. Okay, you can pass this too. So I'm gonna give a little summary about this TV show because I don't want to give any spoilers. So after Randall Locke is murdered at the hands of a former student, Sam Leeser, and Sam is a best friend of whose name is correct? Okay, anyways, his wife Nina decided to move the Key house, which is Randall's family house. Actually, Key House is the main character of the TV in the show because everything happened in the house. So the children, especially the boat, can hear the keys are whispering to him, and he can find the keys, and things are getting complicated, and they're trying to figure out what the keys are for, and they're trying to searching for the keys for use own purposes. This is the summary of the TV show. So I'm gonna start with the keys. The anywhere key. When the anywhere key is inserted into a door, the door can then be opened to anywhere in the world. Like you can go anywhere. The mirror key. It's a little complicated key actually. The mirror comes to life, and like you can get into mirror. And Well Lady said in the TV show that I'm not gonna say TV show in series. In the series, said that some people are died because when they try to escape from the mirror. The mercy key, like you can burn anything with this key. The head key, it allows access into someone's mind, and you can see that person's memories, and it's one of my favorite keys. The ghost key, Boldlock discovers it and puts in the door and walks through, becoming a ghostly and like travel. And I'm not sure, but I think you can talk to dead people in it, and he's trying to talk to his dad. Okay, you can pass this too. Okay, these are the final keys. The music box key. Kinsey Tyler to shut his mouth and he literally can open it again. Like you can use it for anything. It allows you to do person what you wanted to do, maybe. The flower key. A key with a flower on it rises memory jars in the grounds of Key House. in the identity key. With this key, you can change yourself another person. As I say, Dodge, Luke, and Orwell lady. These are the same persons, but Luke is Luke is using the identity key and turning himself to the Dodge. Yeah, like, he becomes she, and then she become he, and then like it's complicated.
You know what? I start to like this TV series now.
Yeah, this is good. The cabinet key. An old cabinet in the key house is magical. If you put something broken in, it comes out fixed. The Nina trying to put his husband's ash on it, but it didn't work. Like she think that she can bring her husband back. The echo key, it can bring people back, but like not in the normal way. It's bad. The Omega key, the key opens the black door down in the sea caves. This is one of the most important keys in the TV show, I think, because Luke or Dodge is trying to find the Omega key in the all episodes. There's only one season right now, 10 episodes, but it's official that a second season is coming, and it's a 2020 TV series. Yeah, that's all, and you can pass this. It's safe for listening. Yeah.
All right. Good job. Well, first of all, I really like that TV series now. I didn't watch it, but maybe probably next week I will be on vacation, so during the road maybe I can download this TV series to my phone and I can watch it while I'm on the road. Okay, thank you very
Where will you
much.
go, teacher?
Say again?
Can I do?
Just a moment. Kubilay said something.
Where will you go?
Probably to Kuşadası or maybe İzmir.
Okay, good choice.
All right. I will send you a picture.
Okay.
Okay, Efe, are you ready? Efe Özer.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Right after that, Efe Karadeniz, can you do it?
Sure.
He said something, but I didn't understand.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yes, I can.
Okay, all right.
I closed the microphone because before I finished.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, Efe Özer, your turn. Your turn now. Alright. Leyla and Mecnun.
Hocam kim bu çıtayı çok yükseltmiş. Bütün şey gitti bizim. Çıta çok yükseldi hocam. Ben bir tane daha yapayım. Bu sefer de şey yapayım. Akasya durağı yapayım.
Aşkı Memnu yapın. Birisi Aşkı Memnu yapsın.
Ben Aşkı Memnu yapacağım.
Okay,
Aşkı
at
Memnu'yu
the
yapacağım.
at the end at the end of the presentations, I will let you do another one.
Tamam hocam ama ya o Efe ya bütün moralim bozuldu ya. Çıtayı çok yükseltti hocam.
All right,
Yapacak bir şey yok.
Efe, let's start.
Okay.
First,
I'm,
there we go.
I'm gonna talk about Leyla and Mecnun. And first of all, I have to talk about Burak Aksak. Who is Burak Aksak? Burak Aksak was born in Istanbul in 12th September 1985, and he completed his primary school in Yedikule, and his secondary education was in Mustafa Koca Pasha High School. When he won the scholarship in 2006, he had gone to Platform School, and in Ecole Drama Sanat School, he was giving camera acting lessons for students. And he has started TV life with his cousin Selçuk Aydemir in TRT. And the first series was in Ramazan Güzeldir. Second one, Leyla and Mecnun, and directed by Onur Ünlü. And after that, he wrote Leyla and Mecnun. And it has been read by a lot of readers. When Leyla and Mecnun kicked, he was continued by screenwriter and ben de özledim. After that, he was also screenwriter and director in Bana Masal Anlatma, and his second film was Karabela. You can pass.
So this is the guy, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
cool.
Yeah. It looks like it.
I can say anything. The characters, Mecnun. He was the Leyla, and he can do everything for her. So I will tell you in summary section. So Gözlüklü Kaan. Kaan is brother of Mecnun. He also clever than Mecnun. He gives opinion for Mecnun and Erdal Bakkal. So like, you can do this, or my opinion is like that. Example. Yavuz, he's deaf, but he's stupid. He had a girlfriend and he was blind. So she wanted to see Yavuz, but she needed to take 100,000 lira. İsmail abi, he's the childhood friend of Mecnun. He was still waiting his father, hopefully, because his father was in the ship Inigo, and his father said this: "I will come back, my son," and he was waiting. Hala nasıl söyleniyor olacağım?
Still.
Hala. He was still waiting him, and like that, and he always dress fancy dress, and he joins every job. We can pass.
Okay.
Zeynep. I told you about Zeynep. She's Yavuz's girlfriend, and she was blind, and she was wanted to see everywhere. Erdal Bakkal, he was not like stolen guard, stingy, but he was good. Sometimes he can say for grocery store, like, this is Erdal's place, like that. Yeah, or yemek burada, Erdal Bakkar'da yenir gibi. I didn't translate. I'm sorry about that. Leyla, if I talk about Leyla, she was a so beautiful woman for Mecnun, and she was rich, and she was living in big mansion. Arda, he was a Leyla's boyfriend, and he was rich but stupid. He was fighting with Mecnun for Leyla. His father was a mafia leader. I don't know anything about that, but I was known like that. I can say anything. You can pass.
Okay.
Okay. İskender. İskender. Mecnun's father, and he was a taxi driver, but he had crashed his car one time, and he was so sad about that, and he have repaired. He have take another one. I don't know. It was like that when I read my book, and he's so stingy person, and he can be die from that reason, for crash. Yani o kadar şey, yani para göz gibi. Bir şey olursa taksisine o kadar kötü olabilir anlamında. Dediklerim böyleydi. Pakize, she was Mecnun's mom. When Iskender first, Pakize looks positive everything. Mecnun was the most precious son for him, and she is a how can I say
Meticulous.
meticulous woman ever. If I give example for Pakize, İskender, when İskender first, Pakize says this. Don't care. It can be so like that. I don't know.
Okay, so these are the gifts.
Yeah.
How many slides you have, by the way?
There is summary and
Well, I believe that
So-
you tell us enough, and since we don't have enough time, I have to stop
okay.
you here.
Wow. So I can tell later.
Yeah, you can mention that, but I have to give another chance. Efe Karadeniz,
Okay.
are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let me open your slide. Thank you very much. There we go.
So mine is really short, as slides.
That's better. Good, to be honest. Okay, here we go.
So I will be talking about the movie named Real Steel. I don't know why I like this movie real much, but I'm sure that I've watched it more than 10 times when I was a kid.
Mine's
Me
is
too.
11.
So the director of the film, his name is Sean Adam Levy. So he's a Canadian film director, producer, and actor, and he was born in 1968 in July 23. Like why characters arrest is there, I don't know. When I open in my PowerPoint, it's not like that, and I couldn't fix it.
Okay.
So our main characters is Charlie Canton and Max Canton. Bailey is just have pretty much screen time, so I just put her. So Charlie Canton is an old boxer, but we're in a world that people are bored of human boxers. So everything like there's a big industry, and it's robot boxing. There are world championships, there are street fights, and our main character, Charlie Canton, is an robot boxer too, but he's not a really good one, and he doesn't have a job because like he was an old boxer, and anyone does not want to watch human boxing, so he's jobless, and he's going junkyards and which he's not allowed to, and getting some robot parts and making an robot and join robot fights to gain money. But he always gets in debt, and while he's trying to pay his debt, he gets in more debt, and it goes like that. But one day, Max, Charlie's son, well, Max is not living with Charlie. She's living with with his grandfather and grandmother. One day, the grandmother and grandfather wants to go to a holiday, so they uh, gave Max to Charlie for a week, I think, or a month, and they gave a really big amount of money too, like 10 million or something like that. And Charlie buys a robot that's really famous with that money, and he goes to the place named the Underworld for robot boxing to fight and get trying to close his debt. And Charlie comes too, and when he saw the robot fight, he's really impressed. Charlie loses again, and he goes to the robot yard again, And while in robot yard, junkyard, Max finds a trainer robot named Adam. So it's behind Charlie in the photo, and like it's a trainer robot, but Max wants to put him in fight, and they started joining in street fights, and they started winning. First, Max controls the robot, but after he wants Charlie to control it, and when Charlie started to control the robot and winning every street fight, one man invites them to World Championship. When and it's a classic end. Charlie wins. The Adam actually wins against the robot named, I think, Zeus. So, and that's it.
Okay.
And I forgot to tell you to pass the.
Well, actually, we get it. You mentioned the story as well. Thank you very much. And let's stop here. We don't have a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, for the next day, which is tomorrow, the last day, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna continue with Ahmet Utku first, Yo Sarp Tomac next. And those who didn't upload anything at all, except Ibrahim, I will give you a huge 0. Any
May
questions?
I ask what happened to Ibrahim?
Ibrahim has
Interesting.
private things to do and he cannot join to our sessions.
Okay. Thanks.
That's why.
Like Moon?
Say again?
Moon?
Something like that.
Okay.
He cannot join our sessions, but when he is ready, he will send it to me. Alright. Thank you for coming and see you for the next session.
Hocam.
Yep.
Şu